Hi everyone, it's Vicky Umifalaji again. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another edition of the Vicky O Show, Becoming Unstoppable. I've never really met anyone that doesn't want to be, uh, that doesn't want to be the best that God has created them to be. So being unstoppable or becoming unstoppable means that you want to become the best that you've been created to be in whatever you do, wherever you are, becoming unstoppable. Everyone that I've talked to so far, everyone that I've, had conversation with, always want to strive to becoming unstoppable. And what does that mean to you? What does that mean to me? Some people, it's all about whatever they have in their account, their bank balance. Some people it's about their family. Some people it's about the relationships they have, their network, and all that kind of stuff. So we all need to find out what is it about us? What is it that we really want to keep working hard at so that we can become unstoppable? Now, today on becoming unstoppable, I want to focus my energy on completing, showcasing all the authors, the co-authors of the Global Achievers book, Volume One. For the last four shows, I've talked about most of them. I still have a few to go, not a few, I think around 10 to go. So I'll try and run through today. But before I do, like I've been doing since I started showcasing the co-authors of the book, each of them appear in this magazine, the Global Achievers magazine. This magazine is the magazine that we publish every single month. And we started doing that about going to 3 years now. It's a beautiful magazine. Look at this. I mean, so many people have held and looked through this magazine and look at it. It's not just any magazine. It's not one of those gossip magazine that, as soon as you start flipping through it, start cutting or start tearing. No, this is so different. Same with each of the pages. So what we did in the issue 1 2021, we have all the co-authors of the book on the page. They are all on the globe. The globe is all about, we have this, that is the world globe, right? So yeah, that's the best way. So that is the world globe. Now we have the same thing here, and we have all the co-authors on the globe, and that is saying to you that all of them are from all different parts of the world. We have some from Canada, we have some from UK, from Australia, from Nigeria, from Jamaica, from London or UK, from Spain, from United Kingdom, and I think from New Zealand. Is there any that I'm missing? I think there's another person there from Ghana. So here we are from New Zealand and from Zimbabwe. So here we have the globe, and we have people all around the world featuring in the book. Check them out. Okay. And we've talked about close to 22 of the co-authors. I'll keep going through today, and I'll try and rush through so that we can finish talking or showcasing the co-authors. But one thing that I would like to mention before going ahead is that if any of the members or if any of the co-authors want to have a copy, want to buy a copy of this magazine, send me a private message. I've received some in the past, but my life had been so busy with so much that some messages had gone unattended to. So please, I want to apologize for not responding, but I also would like for you to get into contact with me. There's a private printer helping us to print some of this. And yes, this is more like a book. It's more than a magazine. So it's something that you can have on your coffee table. You can have it at work, where you have guests or staff members go through. So it's something worth having. Have a look. It's just wonderful. So if you want a copy, please and please send me a private message. There's another thing that I would like to call your attention to. This is a magazine. Each author, co-author, they are in the magazine. They're featured in the magazine. So we are currently showcasing them, and we've been doing that for the last 4 shows. I think 3 or 4 shows. So this is the magazine. Now we have the book. Okay, here is the book. That's the wrap around cover, hard cover, wrap around cover. So we have the book, and we have the book in 4 different formats. So don't think that if you get this, then you don't need the book. That is the magazine. Okay, here is the book. Now, with the book, you have your chapter. Each of you have your chapter in the book. And in the book, what you wrote, what you have in there is your short biography and what you wrote about the journey, what you learn in your entrepreneurial journey, which we put together to help new startups, to help other people who are already running their businesses, so that they can learn from you and learn from me and learn from other entrepreneurs in this book, and they can do their entrepreneurial work much better. Now, don't be confused at all. If you have questions about this, please contact me. We have the magazine. It's a monthly magazine. You are all in here. You are all shown on the cover, and we have the book. And the gold down there, it's talking about the golden nuggets that is in this book. So you have any question about it, please contact me as soon as you can and place your order. This you can only buy from me. This you can order from Amazon, Lulu, Barnes and Nobles, Goodreads, any online book shop or physical bookstore. If they don't have it on their shelf because maybe they've run out or whatever, just get them to order and they will order for you. Or you can order online yourself and it will be delivered to your home. Now, let's continue from where we left off last week. We talked about Kesa Gooden, Dr. Naira Velumian. We talked about Mami Lynn Lamley. We talked about Joshua Beglan. And we talked about Sabrina Franco. We talked about Fun Mine, Fumilayo Buraimo Kemi. And the next person that we'll be talking about, so we're on chapter 22. If you have your book, just have a look. Chapter 22, we have Paulette Owusu. Paulette is based in United Kingdom, and she's a woman of grace. She's a woman with so much to offer. She's the owner and the founder of POP, which stands for Paulette Owusu Photography. It is a classic photography with a modern twist. She specializes in photography for parents and carers of children with disabilities and families of from all walks of life. She enjoys taking pictures of many things, but mainly children and adults that she can place into a world of make believe and enable them to gain a sense of satisfaction. She pieced together art scenes. She also designed for adults and children who just want to enjoy something different and create fun memories. She's a co-founder uh, of I Am Echo, a confidence building platform with a twist. They use catwalk or runway training to teach people how to become a better people and to believe in themselves. She's a mother of two teenage boys, and she worked in a school as a behavior learning mentor, and she's currently completing a book titled Silent River. That's Paulette Owusu. Owusu, not Owusu. So, um, so I would just there's something here that she mentioned that I would like to call your attention to. All right, let's just go through this. Giving up on your passion is the easy way out. Do not quit. She said, I quit so many times. Each time it was harder to rest. I soon learned to trust myself and believe in me. Being an entrepreneur is not a comfortable journey. Once you learn to expect disappointment, you are on your way to recovery. Failure is a new challenge in life. It will teach you to thrive and become successful. Never be fooled into thinking your mission is complete. Always expect to make improvements. Setting up a business, whether it be just you or with a partner, can be daunting. You can question yourself a million times, but in the end, you just must do it. If you're in partnership with others, I will say it is essential to make things crystal clear right from the onset. Life is too short not to enjoy what you do or who is doing it with you. I've learned a lot and and acquired many skills along the way. Most importantly, I've appreciated and celebrate the things I have accomplished in life so far. That's Paulette Owusu. She's in page 22. Now on page 23, we have Audria Josephs. Check her out. That's Audria. Audria Josephs. Oh, now Give me a second. I need to grab the paperback. Okay. So Audrey Josephs occupies page 23. Audrey Joseph is an award-winning author. She's a life coach and a speaker. Audrey trained as a counselor in 1992. Whoa. At University of Central England, UCE. Both her professional experiences and a personal journey have led her to develop a deep and keen interest in the empowerment of herself and of others. As a passionate life coach, Audria teaches the art of self-love and forgiveness through group works and one-to-one sessions. She teaches how to recognize negative habits that we develop by holding onto traumas. Our whole life experiences and our professional training formed the basis of our strategy with a focus on experiencing and finding freedom. Audria has worked as a college counselor and was also trained by the Samaritans to support vulnerable and suicidal people. Our highlights have been featured in the Voice newspaper and on BBC Radio West Midlands. She escorted a group of her students to the Commonwealth Games in 2004, where she was introduced to HRH, the Earl and Countess of Wessex, and the former US envoy, Terry Waite. She has also been featured in the Huffington Post twice. A powerful work in and around the United Kingdom is gaining a new audience around the world. That's Audria. What a powerful woman there. So let's see what she talked about here, or our own entrepreneurial journey, the lessons that she learned, that she shared with us here. As much as I would like to read all this to you, because there's so much in there, she packed them all. It's full. So I'm not going to go through, because you need to get the book to read what I'm talking about. I'll just go towards the end and share this with you. On this entrepreneurial journey, I have had to stay positive by listening to lots of positive YouTube videos and reading positive, uplifting, motivational books, things that inspire. To keep motivated, you must see people doing what you would like to do. Listen to this again. To keep motivated, you must keep doing. You must keep doing. You must see people doing what you would like to do and what you choose to do in the way that you possibly choose to do it. If you're not motivated by reading, by listening to inspirational music, then what are you doing? So, if you're not motivated by reading, why not listen to inspirational music? I found that even during the lockdown, while working and sewing, what I have done is to listen to inspirational music, gospel music, and things that just invigorate love into my space. So do things differently. That's what Audria is advising here. Motivation is more like you having shower every day. Just because you showered yesterday or the day before, that doesn't mean you won't shower again and again. So motivation is a continuous thing. And if you don't like listening to motivational talks, why not inspirational music? Now, on chapter 24, we have Miss or Mrs. Tosin Akinlabi. Check her out. Tosin Akinlabi. She's got a huge story, which is for another day. I'm not going to go into full details about that. Tosin is the founder and the creative director of Eminent Design Limited, that is based in United Kingdom, where she creates African inspired pieces of women who want to feel empowered and then stand out wherever they are. She's also a digital nurse specialist with an interest in the digital health innovations and healthcare organization change. She listed so many lessons here, 10 lessons, and I will just summarize them to you. 10 lessons that she learned in her journey, in her entrepreneurial journey. Number one, the power of mindset. Your mindset is important as an entrepreneur, especially the scarcity and the resistance mindset. If your mindset is not right, it may cause you to make decisions in place of fear and lack. There are stories that we tell ourselves which are not true, but they hold us back. Therefore, you will need to shift your mind from scarcity to abundance and from resistance to overcoming resistance. Number two, you need to have an entrepreneurship mindset. There are differences between the entrepreneurship mindset and a job mindset. As an entrepreneur, you do not spend money, you invest money. You do not spend money, you invest money. And based on this, I'll just quickly share something that I mean, it's just a big lesson that we all need to learn from. I had a meeting a chat, a meeting with a client, a client of mine last Friday in Traralgon, and we were having a chat, and he said to me, he said, you know, so many people that can barely afford it are spending money buying an iPhone, okay, buying Tesla car, buying all these things. It's always better to invest your money into buying shares from Apple, from Tesla, rather than buying their stuff, instead of buying what they sell, because you make more money. And I'll share my own personal story. In 2000 and we're in 2021, so 2 years ago, my husband bought for me a Tesla X model. A beautiful car to behold, a beautiful car to drive, the best car I've ever driven. Fast, light, and it's just beautiful. Just so beautiful. And the car, we paid $165,000 for it. That same time, if I'd been wise enough, if I'd taken $75,000 and put it into Tesla share, today I would have been a multi-millionaire. Just half of what I paid for the car. Less than half, actually. Less than half of what I paid for the car. 72,500 today. In today's share is worth $6.8 million. Just imagine. Rather than buy this, why not buy some shares and use the rest to buy a cheaper form? All right. I have one here. If I can find it. Oh, I'm following this box. There are cheaper forms. We need to be wise. So, what Tosin is saying in chapter 24 is that instead of spending money, you invest the money because it will give you much more. All right. So I've tried to use my own personal experience to put that in. I was so angry with myself that I could have been living. Imagine investing 72,500 into the shares that is now making me $6.8 million. How many Tesla cars can I buy from 6.8 million? Much more than I can ever use in my life. I would have bought for myself, bought for my husband, bought for my kids, but I wasn't wise enough then. I wasn't thinking straight. Don't make the same mistake like I did. Invest in shares, okay? Invest your money rather than spend your money. As an entrepreneur, you do not spend money, you invest money. You cannot make a decision just once. You make decision over and over and over. You need to have a coach. That's number 3. Or a mentor. This is very, very important. What will take you ages to figure out? Your coach or your mentor can help you crack it in no time. Having a coach and a mentor is not cheap, but you need to understand that any money you spend on hiring a coach or a mentor is an investment. You need to have a coach. Number 4, be prepared to do the work. Your coaches or your mentors are not going to do the work for you. The business is your vision. You are not the only one who could make the vision happen. Sorry. You are the only one who could make the vision happen. It is not easy at all. There are times you will need to sleep late. There are days that I sleep at 4 a.m. There are days that I don't sleep at all because whatever vision that I have, they are my vision. And I've talked about vision in the past, whereby I compare it with when a pregnant woman And I remember using a friend of mine, Olivia, as an example. When Olivia was pregnant and she was about to deliver a baby, she called me. I rushed to the hospital. She was the one carrying the baby. But I went there to go and support her, and she was pushing. She wanted the baby out because of the pain, the pain of, the baby wants to come out. She wanted the baby out. Of course, it wasn't easy. I felt like taking the pain from her, helping her to push, but I couldn't. Her husband couldn't do it for her. She had to do the work. She had to push even when she didn't want to push. And she kept doing it. And she kept doing it for hours till the baby came out. It's the same thing. It's your vision. No one can do the work for you. Not your coach, not your wife, not your husband, not your mentor. It is your vision, and it is you that will need to do the work to make that vision a reality. Vision is what you see as what you want for yourself. You first of all see it, and that is why we say to you, your vision statement, your vision as per your business is very important, and you need to write it in a place you want to be able to see it from time to time, that's where I'm going. It is your vision, it is your job and your duty to push it and make it into a reality. And there are times that you need to sleep late, and there are times you need to wake up early. There are days that you will be drained. There are days that you will cry. So it all comes back to you doing the work. Always remember. Number 5, you must decide what is possible. The choices and actions that you take can show that you have not decided that it is possible. Challenge yourself when you see businesses that you admire and say to yourself, if they can do it, then I can. Please note that this does not mean that you must beat yourself or pressure yourself to do things. This is the reason why I mentioned earlier that your mindset is the key. You need to believe that your businesses can succeed and you can make the money. Your mindset. Number 6, the power of affirmation and journaling. Affirmations are powerful to help you create positive thoughts and vibes about your business. Journaling, on the other hand, will help you clarify your thoughts. As a product business, customers, that's number 7. As a product business, customers often do not know what they want. So you need to be careful when you are doing your research and collecting feedback from customers. Number 8, as a new product-based startup, create minimum viable products, MVP, to test the product. Once you have dominated your niche, you can now produce in mass to accommodate the demands. I visited a friend a couple of days ago. She had this product that, I tasted our product, Chili Haven. I so much love it. If you're the type that love chili, that love to eat hot things, you need to order Chili Haven. I visited her and we were talking about how to roll it out and how to get it out, how to get the word out. Everyone so far who had tasted it always wanted more. You'd be banging your head like this, but you still want to eat more and more. And you want it on almost everything. You can be so addicted to it if you're not careful. And I said to her, you need to get yourself a small, just a small bottle that you can put samples in, post it to as many people as you can. So whatever you produce at that time will be samples for people to taste, knowing fully well that as soon as they try it, they will come and order from you. They will come and order. And this is what Tosin is talking about here. As a new product-based startup, create minimum viable product to test the product. So you give testers, which is why when you go into Costco, you see there are people around that give you testers. Okay, before you buy, just try it, test it. We are cooking this for you right now to see, to let you taste it, and then you can make your decision that, oh, okay, this is not bad any. Oh, yeah, I buy it. And when you try it, let me tell you, you go back another time, even if those people are not there at that time, you go for it because you've already tasted it and you like it, right? So do not be afraid to pivot. Sometimes you just need a few tweaks in your product. Number 9, I cannot overemphasize the power of social media. Just start with one social media platform that will suit your product and services. And the last point she made, that Tosin made, number 10, rest, rest, and rest. Create time to rest. All right. Powerful, isn't it? So you need to get the book to read this. In chapter 25, we have Nicole Frankweiss. Nicole, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry if I pronounced the name wrong, but that is Nicole there for you. Nicole. Nicole is based in Perth, Western Australia. Perth in Western Australia. She's an artist behind Three Hearts Art Studio. She's a home-based studio, which is a home-based studio located in Mandurah, Western Australia. 75 kilometers away from Perth, south of Perth. Three Art Studio named was inspired by Nicole's three beautiful children, Joshua, Jacob, and Tess. All right, so let's see what Nicole said about. All right, effective marketing and advertising on social media platforms assist in informing potential and current customers of my service, such as art workshops, retreats, or events and products for sale. I've been very successful with my marketing by incorporating images of my hard work and including my body personally in posts. Social media assist in gaining access to opportunities such as collaborating with fellow artists, creating events online, sharing progression, and being present within the art community. I make it a priority to respond to all my clients or supporters as quickly as possible. This consistency ensures that I sustain an emotional connection and interest with my viewers. I love to show appreciation for everyone who supports my journey and my heart. Keeping up to date with business research helps me to stay in touch with current trends. So, including different art styles, hospitality, and tourism. I ensure to create unique products and services for my clients. By researching similar businesses, I can continue to consider the future of Three Hearts Art Studio and construct a list of short-term and long-term goals. Much of my professional experience is gained internet research as well as coaches, which I then utilize for my business. This assures the protection of both my clients and me regarding legal factors. That is about, there's much more she shared in there, but I'll leave it at that. That's Nicole, who occupies chapter 25 of the book. In chapter 26, we have Gabriel Folisho Babalola. Gabriel is a graduate of mechanical engineering and a life coach and an entrepreneur with a mission of helping people live their best life and run an online school, namely the Well of Wisdom Life School. He helps students to live a happy, extraordinary life. That is Gabriel Funsho Babalola, who occupies chapter 26 of the book. So, Gabriel is a seasoned entrepreneur who shared with us so many facts in this book. And he said something that made so much sense. And because I know what he's talking about, I really do understand because we're from the same area of Nigeria. So I actually know what he's talking about there. He said, if I made it out of Nigeria, you can make it anywhere. If I made it out of Nigeria, he lives in Nigeria, but is really saying something there. If I made it out of Nigeria, you can make it anywhere. Resources abound in the world. Lack of resourcefulness has been one of the major problems of mankind. Africans who live in Africa especially. Okay. I'm Gabriel Funsho Babalola, and I have lived in Africa from birth until today. And I've always wondered why the development gap is so wide between Africa and the West, as well as Africa and the East. Most of the time, I see Africa as a deep valley between two mountains, Western and Eastern world. Not because Africa has no resources, but probably because of a lack of resourcefulness. So, who lacks resourcefulness? Africans or African leaders? Are African leaders not Africans? I decided to wake up from my slumber one day and I made a decision as to what my life would turn out to be. I was tired of the dictates of the society. I simply made the decision. The truth is that nothing happens until you decide. In my country, the status quo has always been that young people will go to school, get an education, and then get the certificate, after which they move from office blocks to office blocks looking for unavailable jobs. I fell for it. I fell into this same trap for years and definitely suffered for it firsthand. But the day I made the decision to change the status quo was the day my life changed. Your life will change the very day you decide to change. If your life has not been transformed into what you want it to be, into what you want it to become, it is because you have not transformed it. As an entrepreneur, you must decide to transform your life and decide to transform the lives of others. It's not just your life, the life of others as well. The first lesson Gabriel talked about is nothing starts until you start. The second lesson, no one owes you anything. The third lesson, entrepreneurship is the way. And the fourth is act fast. I'm not going to read all that to you because each point, each lesson, he had stuff that he put on there, and he put his own, he used his own life story as a case study in there. And they are full of golden nuggets. You need a book to be able to, all right, you need to get the book. It's only $1.99 online on Amazon, okay, as an ebook, and you can read that as quickly as you want. But Golden Nuggets is, this book is full of golden nuggets. I'll move to the next co-author because, as I said before, I want us to finish up today. Chapters 27, we have Samson Egbons. Sorry, I need to have a drink. So Samson occupies chapter 27. This young man there that you see here is only 25 years old and is a millionaire. And I guess by now, a multi-millionaire. And why? He works for me. And I just love this young man. I love his drive, and I love the way that he pushes and he gets things done. Nothing stops him. So he's an inspiration, this guy. He lost his father and is being the one that pushes and get things done because he had no father, he had no mentor, but he had to search, and he pushes and is doing fantastic. He's doing really, really well. I'm telling you, this young man is a multimillionaire and is making waves for himself, for his family, and for other people because he now trains other people how to do it right there in Nigeria. Instead of going about looking for job, this young man is creating jobs. Is creating job. He only graduated last year, finished his, 2 years ago he graduated. He finished his youth service last year, but while doing all schoolwork, university degree, and serving, he was building his own empire. So Speaker Sam is a certified copywriter and marketing consultant from Expert Rating International, which is a leading marketing certification organization. Is an advisor who helps, is an advisor who helps VIP brands, personal and corporate, set up profitable marketing systems online and offline to higher profits and influence. Is the youngest individual to bag an associate from the Institute of Mentorship and Career Mentorship Nigeria. Is an author of over 10 books and has blessed so many individuals with skills, knowledge, and expertise they need to succeed. He runs two strategic brands. The first one is Badass Marketing, and the second one is Profits Academy Africa, which empowers individuals with marketing skills that will help them double their profits. This has over 2,500 subscribers. He also runs the Marketing Consultants Africa, which trains sales and marketing departments of organizations on psychotactics, marketing, persuasion, emotional selling, digital advertising strategies, and sales funnel to help them become digital sales professionals, which will return high sales of their organization. Speaker Sam has worked with high-net individuals from doctors, lawyers, coaches, engineers, bankers, and accountants, both locally and at the international level. Um, now, so I'm just kind of looking at where to start. I just want to um, I want to actually, I don't know how to do it. 147. So there are a couple of lessons here. There's much more, but I want to summarize it. The number one lesson that Samson talked about is be confident of the one who owns your future. Do not let any man created by God talk you down. Your future. Do not let anyone that is created by God talk you down your future. If God says yes, no one can say no. And he used his own life experience as a case study to get a point across. Lesson number two, you must pay the sacrifices. Gold will not just come to you. You must look for the means to dig it out, and it comes with a lot of sacrifices. You must pay the sacrifices. Gold, just imagine where we find gold, deep, deep, deep down, down, down in the hole. But you need to dig and dig and dig and prevent you being buried under, which means as you dig, you create, you make sure you're securing your surroundings so that walls doesn't collapse on you. So it's a lot of work. But you know why you're doing it. You know why you're digging, because you're looking for gold deep, deep down there. So gold will not come to you. You need to go and find where gold is situated and then start digging. All right? It's the same thing. That's lesson number two. And I'll just leave that there. Lesson number three, I'll quickly do this. Do not be shy to charge for your services. Your bills keep increasing on the high side. Shyness will not pay your bills for you. A couple of days ago, a potential client, wanted to take part in my private master class, and I sent I sent her the information and my bill, and then she called me and, oh, that's a lot of money. You said it's this amount, and I said yes. Yes, because in the past I used to struggle between being an entrepreneur and being a social worker. Social worker, our job is to make life easy, to help make life easy for our clients. So there is a push and a pull, a push and a pull consistently. I don't like talking about money. I don't like, talking about my prices or my charges. I don't like it. But I've got to remain strong because bills, I need to pay my bills. I need to pay my staff. I need to pay for whatever. And this is not charity. I've got a charity organization, and that is charity. But when it comes to me giving you value, have got to be paid so that I can keep adding value, not just to you, to others. And also my staff can stay and keep doing their job. Same thing with you guys. Now I'll move on to chapter 28. I've got Dan Warburton all the way from Spain. Dan occupies chapter 28. Dan is a well-traveled British entrepreneur. So Dan is a British guy who lives in Spain. He currently lives in Spain. He travels all over. He was it Singapore? Singapore or Malaysia last year or 2 years, and he recently during COVID actually he moved to Spain. So he's well traveled, British entrepreneur. Is someone who has always had a great ambition to create, live, and share extraordinary lifestyle. Yet he spent a major part of his life dealing with sadness, anxiety, and frustration, which is the same story almost every entrepreneur shares. We've all been there, we've done that. And now we have the story to share. As much as I would love to read Dan's story there, I want to go straight um, to what he shared. He shared on survival and creation. You watch on survival, he said, you watch and you read mainstream news and take what is said so seriously that it starts to weigh you down. Friends and family do what they do. They love you by giving you advice on how you should be realistic and play it safe. And you start to listen to them day by day, and you give up on your visions. You settle for second best, and you convince yourself that what you have always wanted to accomplish is not possible. Soon enough, one day blurs into the next. Nothing new happens, and you find yourself stuck in a repetitive routine that you cannot see a way out. You think that working harder will get you to where you want to go, but you no longer enjoy your work. You keep doing the same things day in and day out just to pay the bills, but you feel unfulfilled and like something is missing. In the end, you find yourself feeling doubtful that you will ever be one of the entrepreneurs who will properly succeed. And so, day by day, you play smaller and smaller until reality eats you and you realize you are headed for a life of regret. He also shared on creation. When you are in a state of creation, you are aware of what is on the news, but you do not dwell on it or have interest to take in much of it each day. You recognize how your friends love you by giving you advice, but you simply thank them for their advice and continue to play big. Most days, you feel confronted and you feel some fear, but you know that if you let that fear dominate your actions, that it will be game over for your dreams. So, in the face of it all, regardless of what is on the news or what your friends and family advise you, you dare to stay super clear on exactly the kind of lifestyle you dream of creating. And every day you take focused actions towards realizing it. Hmm, powerful. The question now is, will you survive or create? Will you survive or create? That's the question for you to ponder on. Think about it and do the needful. In chapter 29, we have Wasim Dabusi. That's Wasim there. Dabusi, chapter 29. Wasim Dabusi has been in the personal development scene for over 17 years. His journey started when he wanted to increase his income to be a better provider, protector, and the leader for his family. It was at that time that he realized he had a fixed mindset. You see, there's a common trend: mindset, 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 right? And only by changing that to a growth mindset that he can do, and have anything he wants. Wasim is an advocate for healthy, harmonious, and happy families. As a coach and strategist, Wasim is passionate about teaching entrepreneurship and personal development to help raise people's consciousness and ultimately have a positive impact on the world and leave a long lasting legacy behind. So, Wasim shared on some of his journey in the entrepreneurial world. And I will just read a little bit about what he said here. With the right mindset, you can have everything. With the wrong mindset, you have nothing. So, what does the right mindset give you? With the right mindset, you have clarity, you have drive and motivation, and a can do attitude. The next step to success is entrepreneurship. In entrepreneurship, is to understand your why. What is your why? No matter how motivated you are or how much motivational information you consume, without a strong why and purpose motivation, sorry, without a strong why and purpose, motivation will only get you started. But a strong why and purpose will keep your fire burning even in your darkest hour. As humans, we will always do more for a why that is bigger than us, than a self-serving why. Why are you wanting to achieve what you want to achieve? How will the world be a better place after you have achieved your why? If your why is ecological, that means your why is not only for you, but for those around you, and driven by a bigger purpose to leave a long lasting legacy behind, then you are going to be able to continue the motivation moving forward for a lot longer than what you will otherwise. Earlier on in my entrepreneurship journey, my why was purely financial. Needless to say that did not get me very far. I found myself chasing the dollars, and my customers at the time could smell this a mile away. It was only when I started to think and work on bigger ecological goals that I started to move in the right direction. Wow. Chapter 30. I've got my beautiful mama. I call her mama. I don't know what happened on my phone. Our number, a name is stored, or number is stored in my on my phone as mom. I don't know why. I actually don't know why. So now Mina Widland occupies. Can you see Mina? Mina, where are you? Mina Widland occupies chapter 30. All right. Mina is an award winning vision board coach, and I call her vision board queen. And she's an entrepreneur. She resides in Brisbane, in Australia, down under. All right. So she shared a few things here, but I'll go straight to the lessons that she learned and she wanted you to learn from. Take time, number one, take time to rest because it allows you to pay attention to the lessons that can make your business that can take your business to the next level. Number two, I spent more time thinking about my customers. I look at ways I could add more value to them. I asked myself questions about their thinking styles and how I could address their pain points better. Lesson three. Now more than ever, the entrepreneurial journey is about mindset and our inner voice. As I mentioned before, this has been my most challenging season. I had to switch off from what others wanted me to do and not be distracted by what they said or did. I had to listen to what God wanted me to do. One of my most powerful tools is a book called The Two Chairs by Bob Boding. I encourage you to get the book. Lesson four, learn by reflecting and improving. T.S. Eliot wrote, we had the experience, but we missed the meaning. Reflection provides us with warnings of what we wish to avoid in the future. Wow, this lesson is the last couple of weeks certainly taught. Wow, this lesson in the last couple of weeks certainly taught me a big lesson. My learning was what happened inside me during a conversation I had. I had to change the feeling of trauma to gratitude. I had to ask for help. Lesson five, it can feel the end of the world when we fail. Embrace failure as part of your entrepreneurial journey. Dissociate yourself as a person. Imagine what the entrepreneurial journey would be if it were easy for everybody to get what they wanted. Learn from it. As an entrepreneur, you are going to face a lot of failure. Do not take yourself too seriously. Lesson six, having a mentor is invaluable as a sounding board. My mentor pushed me beyond my limits and at the same time nurtured me. Lesson seven, surround yourself with a team that shares your vision. I had to re engage them in my team vision and be open to new suggestions and opinions. Those are the seven lessons that Mina Whitland shared in a chapter, which was chapter 30. In chapter 31, we have Mama Adjua. Mama Adjua. Mama Adjoa. She occupies chapter 31. Mama Adjoa, or her name is Jackie Morrison, but she's known as Mama Adjoa. She chose to be called Mama Adjoa because I'll tell you a little bit why. I'll just read this to you. Jackie Morrison, aka Mama Adjoa, was born in London and is of Jamaica parentage. She's a registered general nurse and an independent health visitor and a photographer, specializing in birth, pregnancy, children of families, events, and funerals. She enjoys travel, aromatherapy, DIY, reading, writing, painting, reupholstering, upcycled furnishings, dressmaking, baking, and genealogy. Whoa. During her spare time, she volunteers for several charities, e.g., President-elect of Kiwanis Club of Croydon, and an international organization that focuses on serving children of the world. She's also the founder and chairperson for WeStop, which is we supply toiletries and products to girls or women in need, providing free menstrual products in Croydon. Jackie has two daughters, Ebony, a secondary school maths teacher or a private tutor, and Awura Ajua, a jewelry and silversmithing university student. Now, let's move straight to the lessons she learned in her entrepreneurial journey. Number one, embracing change. Embracing change. Number two, trust in the universe. The importance and significance of remaining still and listening to the silence and trusting the universe to be led along one's rightful path. I trusted the universe and my instincts. They empowered and inspired my imagination and creativity. Look at the end result. Start with the end in mind. Seizing opportunities. We are faced daily with opportunities, whether we realize or act on them. I utilize my extended stay to my advantage, and identifying unmet needs, which resulted in supporting others, creating my Etsy store, becoming a Ghana Guru certified to all stores of Ghana, and renewing my creativity. So the story behind Mama Hajua is that she was born in Jamaica, born in UK, to Jamaican parents. But she traveled down to Ghana and she fell in love with Ghana. Ghana is in west of Africa, next to a neighbor to Nigeria. Um, she fell in love with Ghana and she actually became um, a Ghana guru certified to host tours of Ghana. And she actually calls herself Mama Hajua now. So she's so much identified with Ghana that she wants to actually retire to Ghana, I believe. That came out from one of our conversations. Investing in oneself is another lesson. Having no income for 6 months was extremely difficult. I had bills to pay in Ghana and then in UK. However, I made a financial sacrifice to attend and pay for the masterclass and to invest in myself. I recognize the potential the investment will have on my future. I knew I was worth it and I'd made the right decision. Commitment is another lesson. In a time of uncertainty, I remained committed to the 6 month book to business masterclass during my stay in Ghana and my return to the UK. I graduated as an author and I'm committed to be a sponsor to hosting tours to Ghana. And the last lesson she shared with us is power of positive thinking. Yes, there were days I felt low and questioned my journey. These days were overpowered by my positive mindset and determined attitude to achieve my goals. All right, so chapter 32 is occupied by Trayan Rowe. Trayan Rowe, just check out. What a chick there. Trayan Rowe. Trayan Rowe is a mother of two boys and an international actress, TV and radio presenter, a model, runaway trainer, health and fitness practitioner, and a teacher. She's the founder and CEO of Inside Out Healthy Lifestyles, a holistic nutrition and fitness company, and co-owner of I Am Echo Fashion and Confidence platform, which she runs with a dear friend. She shared a journey, but I'll go straight to the lessons that she shared in this book. Number one, find your niche, your vibe, and your tribe. Number two, make sure you love what you do. The journey is always sweeter and enjoyable, and then half the battle is won. Live a life on purpose. Speak your world into existence and watch it manifest. Be clear on your vision. Get organized and plan your adventure. Setting goals is key to your success. Make sure you continue to develop yourself to show yourself approved in your field. You do not have to know everything, but keep up to date with your industry. Take counsel from those who have walked the same walk as you and who are winning. Mentors, coaches, okay? They will have they will have the experience, they will have experienced the pitfalls and have knowledge of the shortcuts to success. Celebrate your wins no matter how small. Seek counsel in developing your business and its financial wellness. Do not play small. The world needs you and your gift. Show up in your business. Join various communities of like-minded people. You will have knockbacks, but do not stay down for too long. Be consistent. Be consistent. Try not to change your course too often as your world becomes overloaded with unnecessary jobs to fulfill. Collaborating is key with the right person. Look after you. Keep in check with your health. Very, very important. And the last, dream big. Keep focused. Believe in yourself and keep on keeping on. Thank you, Trayan. That was full golden nuggets. And the last co-author that we'll be talking about, whoo, yes, yes. The last one here is Carl Wilson. Carl Wilson occupies chapter 33. So who is Carl Wilson? Is a dynamic entrepreneur who has served families, youth, military, and many others for over 21 years. He has been a chef, a caterer, and event planner. His expertise in the areas of hospitality allowed him to plan over 30 successful events in 2019. These events included, but were not limited to, weddings, bridal showers, mother and daughter teas, dance competitions, beauty pageants, and veterans and jazz concerts with numerous tributes to icons. Let's go straight. It's got so much here that you need to get a book to read. Now, believe in yourself and you will achieve greatness. That's a quote from Carl Wilson, the same Carl. Believe in yourself, push your limits, experience life, conquer your goals, and be happy. That's by Joe Brown. If we all did the things we are capable of doing, we will literally astound ourselves. Thomas Edison. We are who we believe we are. I know of a guy who believe or actually call himself the number one wealth coach. When he first started, it wasn't close to being any that kind of coach at all. But he kept calling himself that. He kept calling himself that, and he kept doing. He kept learning from coaches. He had top class coaches. And before long, he's now currently number one wealth coach. We are who we believe we are. So, what do you believe that you are? A successful entrepreneur, even though you're not right now, but if you believe it and you keep walking the talk, you eventually get there. When I first started as the Global Achievers, as the founder of the Global Achievers group, I wasn't any global anything. Now, I actually talked about this when I spoke in Chicago 2 years ago at the at an event. I wasn't, but you can call things that are not as if they are, according to the Bible. I mean, faith is when you believe that it's not, but I know it is because I just believe it is. I wasn't any global anything. But now, Global Achievers Magazine has reached hundreds of countries, being read by thousands of people on a monthly basis. The show has gone far and near. We had a networking group or club that we have thousands of people, and members are all from across the world. So what does global mean? But when we started, it wasn't anything global, but now it is because we spoke it into existence. We attracted it into our lives, and we kept doing the work. I mean, doing the work means, focusing your energy on getting things done. And even when it's hard, just keep pushing. And that was what we did. And it's growing. Now we have volume one of the book, and we are finished with showcasing the co-authors of the book. The conclusion, I'll just read that part to you. The Global Achievers, Influential Entrepreneurs offers compelling stories, intriguing insights, and fascinating takeaways from some of the brightest minds in business and beyond. There are 33 entrepreneurs in this book with unique stories. They acquired various lessons from their losses and decided to share them with other entrepreneurs and new startups to help them to benefit from the lessons learned. Not we learn from not only our personal experiences, but also those of others. Therefore, the lessons you have read from this book will facilitate in helping you in your own entrepreneurial journey. Remember, remember, one of the ways to learn is to learn from someone else. One of the fastest ways to learn is to learn from someone else's mistakes and experiences. This will hopefully save you from making similar mistakes along your own journey. I want to say a very big thank you to all the 33 entrepreneurs that shared their stories, their journey, and the lessons they've learned so far in this book, volume one of this book. I want to say a very big thank you. It's not an easy thing. Sit down and write your story and share it with the world. But these wonderful people, they've done so. So a very big thank you to you. And remember the number 33, 33 that you can see there. It's quite it has a message. Jesus died at the age of 33. 33. 33. So it wasn't planned, but the great orchestrator worked everything out, and he always worked it out for his own good, for our good. So thank you everyone who shared the stories in this book. Grab your copy, read, and be blessed and gift it to somebody else. And always remember this, that when you buy the book, every profit that we get from selling this book goes into Folahanmi Shijuade Ashaolu Foundation, which is a foundation that we set up in the memory of my mother, who spent a life given to others, blessing others, adding value to other people. And we want to continue our good work. So help us, join us, and let us make this world a better place. Thank you, everyone, for watching today's show. Order the book online, any bookstore, online bookstore, Barnes and Nobles, from Lulu, from Goodreads, from Amazon. Order your book and help us out. The magazine, where all the co-authors feature. All right, they're all in there. Beautiful, beautiful magazine. These can only be ordered from me because I have a printer who is doing the work for me, and I need to have numbers. So if you're interested and how many of this that you want, let me know. It's not cheap because it's full cover and it's high quality. It's so high. So that brings us to the end of today's wonderful show. I'm quite parched. I need to drink a little bit more, but I will be back again next Wednesday with a guest. That will be um, episode one of season three of Becoming Unstoppable. Join me and my guest when we talk about whatever comes to mind. We'll let you know. But thank you for joining me. Until next Wednesday, you all stay blessed. See you then. Bye.